sé qué hacerme. Llevo aquí en mis labios el recuerdo de tus besos y tu aroma de mujer hoy me enloquece. Es que nunca, nunca he de olvidarte, porque hoy te quiero más que antes y no sé qué hacer sin tu querer, óyelo bien, porque hoy te quiero más que a nadie.
Quisiera tenerte tan siquiera un poco. Dame tu amor que me vuelves loco y no sé qué hacerme.
No sé qué hacer sin tu beso, me hace falta tu querer. Quiero tenerte en mi brazo porque sin ti no puedo vivir, mujer.
Mira, quisiera tenerte tan siquiera un poco. Dame tu amor que me vuelves loco y no sé qué hacerme.
Nunca, nunca he de olvidarte, porque te quiero de veras. Y aquí en este corazón siempre fuiste la primera. Que no te olvidaré, no. Mira, desde que te fuiste,
Yo no sé qué hacerme.
si tú no vuelves me muero, porque te quiero de veras.
Yo no sé qué hacerme.
Vuelve que en mi corazón siempre fuiste la primera.
Yo no sé qué hacerme.
Si tú no vuelves no tengo consuelo.
Yo no sé qué hacerme.
Regresa pronto, negrita, mira que sin ti no puedo. Oye, pero qué rico mi mambo. Escúchalo. Camínalo, que suene la trompeta. Es que nunca, nunca he de olvidarte, porque hoy te quiero más que antes y no sé qué hacer sin tu querer, óyelo bien, porque hoy te quiero más que a nadie.
Mira, quisiera tenerte tan siquiera un poco. Dame tu amor que me vuelves loco y no sé qué hacerme.
Nunca, nunca he de olvidarte, porque tú eres la primera. Si no te tengo a mi lado, te juro que moriré, porque te quiero de veras.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Tropico 6, where we're about to attempt to resurrect the dead. We have printed money. We have nuked. It's like trying to jumpstart the economy, like trying to defibrillate Tropico, but I don't think it's going to cut it, gang. So I hope you're all here, ready to watch this spiral out of control. Buenos dias! Thank you very much, Cheshire. It's very, very kind of you to say that. Do you have your collar popped? You ready to watch it all burn? That, I'm afraid, is a highly likely outcome. I'll lay down the options for you. We can talk a little bit about it, but is the island foggy? No, that's Fallout. We, for those of you who are just catching up with Kitten Beach Season 2, we got ourselves into the same situation where we were massively in the red, and when you get too low down, obviously you start accruing more and more debts. So there's only really one way out at that point, and that's to test nuclear weapons on your island, which increases the favour of the superpowers, pisses everybody off on the island, and gives you 100,000. We also printed money, which is another 50,000. We have to pay 80,000 back over 5 years, so that's like factoring inflation, right? So we've got 112 in the bank. That's what we've got to restart the economy. We've got a desperate situation. The second Caribbean experiment is about to fail with spectacular timing. For those of you who are following all the streams, yeah, the second Caribbean experiment is about to fail. We've just detonated the nuke. We've probably ripped a hole in time and space somewhere, maybe in that crater. So I'm gonna... We need more bees! Yeah, bees will solve it. Herman mentioned. Third time's the charm. Well, look, we can always go back, so let's just watch this. We had a bit of a doomed timeline before we got to the domes last time. We know the kind of economic surgery we're going to have to do now. I'm just going to try it. Unless anybody... I'll show you around. If anybody wants to suggest anything, we can try that. I'll explain what I think are the few options we have. We can vote on trying one of the experiments and let it fail. We can't print any more money. We can't do that. We can't do that, Esther. In fact, one of the things we have to do, Esther, is gut the weapons industry, I'm afraid. It's not efficient. And you're not going to like that. I can be really heavy and basically reduce us to the Stone Age. Just leave the tree houses. No more brrr. No, we're not. No. Quantitative easing has already happened. Printing money never leads to anything bad, surely. I'm gutting everyone, Esther. I'm gutting the whole thing. But maybe you guys have got print more nukes. Maybe you guys... Hey Manolitor, welcome to Evil Gang. Stone Age. We just keep the better kitten bin cat half of the island, obliterate everything else. Might be one way. Fake it till you make it. Monkey. We can do monkey. We can rise out of the chaos, maybe. Right, anyway, I'll go and I'll show you around, but we're having a bit of a Boalian theatre experiment with this game. And the idea is that people take over different political factions and they vote on things, and then if those things are approved, then we do it. But some of those things have led to disaster. Some of those things are my fault, some of those things are entirely our fault. So we ended up in a situation where it was, beyond saving, and we've had to do this. That approval rating is going to drop dramatically in a moment as the fallout kind of like washes over the island. I think this is largely necromancy, so we can try, but I think it might be doomed to fail. Hey Monster. Hey 40, congratulations on the streak, by the way. You must be getting all the in-jokes. Yeah, your fault. Yeah. I am, like, all of us. All of us. All of us. You're made of Evil Gang. Thank you, Issa, for modding today. There is no Oz. What does that mean? Alright, well, you'll see what it means now. So, we've got to do this in stages, but first of all, your forest schools are going to have to go. There's going to be, like, a lot of an outpour of rage. A disturbance in the force is about to come, but I'm just going to not look at chat as I'm doing this. That's just fired all the people from the cannery, which is putting our unemployment up to something insane now. Right, this was a kind of factory kind of slum area behind a kind of sweet religious suburb that actually got funded in the end. That vote was blocked. Sitting there in terms of investment is about 50,000, right? So this is going to be gone. And this one. So no houses for now. No houses, Bub Leader, sorry. I'm going to pay you more money, though. So you can build more shacks. Right, that's roughly what we're going to do over here. And then there's an argument about agricultural subsidies. We can come back to that. So that's Sean. That's gone. Then here, we've got a big stockpile of leather backed up, so we're gonna intensify the leather production. These will keep, but we are gonna lose this. That's the tourist port, that's gone. They're all gone. That's gone. No religion. Cheese. Right, we're going to pay the cheese people more. We've got loads of cheese. This is gone. The Opera House. Boom. Books. Yeah, books are good. Got this situation. Not going to look at the chat. I told you. Can I even see anything? Oh, you lured me to the chat. No, I can't see anything. I don't want to look at the horror that I'm inflicting. Alright. Terror Kitten. All fired. Boom. Fire service, gutted. We need one, I think. Nightclub, shut down, shackled, shuttered, gone. All the houses are going. It's cheaper right now for people to live in shacks. They need that. They need to eat. Alright, Petrocat. They're getting some houses. Don't complain. I'll explain in a moment. Right, these guys. They don't really have houses to speak of. They're living in the trees. I'm tempted to leave this part of the island untouched for now. These are the bee people. This is where the bee musical is happening. That can go up. Boats up. Canneries up with the remaining people. This is going to change. And then I think it would be a good idea to put some housing in by the docks. And I'm going to move... Wait. This I've tried a little bit. I think one of the problems we had was our docks are maybe not as efficient as they could be. Because no one really lives there and there's no bus. So we're going to put this in. And a pub. And we're going to put in a chapel there. And then, hang on. We're going to make sure we're raiding. We're going to get financial support. That's going to come back in a moment. And then we're going to do this, I think, because a lot of people are furious about the whole nuking thing. So we're going to have to do this. Emigration. And then we're going to kindly ask all the unhappy people to leave. And that's about as done. Right, so love it or leave it. While we're here, I'm going to use our presidential powers to put everybody on a life's work. That's going to stay professional. And I'm going to switch to only the government, or the government has to vote for me. It's the only way, gang. It's the only way. Now, look. The other choice. I'm going to put this to a vote. All right. So we've now demolished largely the housing in everywhere, really. When we get money, we're going to put more of these like shanty towns in, because that could help. And then the other thing we have to do, I think, is cancel this trade route, which I don't really want to do, but we're going to do it. It's going to cost us 11 support with the Eastern Bloc, but I think that's unfortunately going to have to happen. So we're going to cancel that. And then we're going to find a new trade route. Right, there's a decent one for fireworks, so let's get that in.
The revolution will not be trivialized. The people will be in the street looking for a brighter day.
Alright. Bearkin wants to have a revolution because of this. So we're going to put a tenement in and solve that problem. Here. Quick build that.
Our yourself, comrades.
Right,
Rejoice.
communist standing. That didn't really change much, but who wants the hospital? The militarists. So they're going to get a hospital. Wait. How much is that? 7,800. Yeah. We'll leave that. We'll put that on high priority. These guys. We'll pay them more. Wondering whether Shantytown here might be good. Shantytown in English-speaking cats territory. You started to have a migraine from all of this. It's very chaotic. We detonated nuclear weapons and printed money. What do you want? So the choice now, if you want to go for total massive shock doctrine, would be to obliterate the tree houses. Sorry, there's a pinned, okay. Deserve voting, they didn't get it last stream. Yeah, sure, but we'll have the vote after the economy is stabilised. You're not stopping this. I don't know whether to destroy this, because this is maybe the one source of happiness, and I need someone to vote for me. Alright, let's see if this helps. We've got some trade routes coming in. That's what I'm factoring in. Yeah, so you can have votes until the economy is stabilised. I have to do presidential powers because I've looked at it in a bunch of different ways and it's just going to spiral into madness. So we were already at a bad point. If this goes wrong, which it quite possibly will, we will know in about half an hour. Then we can choose whether to play it again, or we can go back to an earlier save. I don't mind. Whatever you prefer. Right, cheese plus 16. And now we need to go to destroy the weapons industry. So
poor people simply don't understand the pressures of wealth.
Gone.
The spokesperson said.
Gone.
Presidente, your aid is appreciated.
Alright, that kept us at 33% approval. We'll put them on minimum budget. We've got the helicopter. Look at this lovely shantytown! Saving us so much money. Right, do you want to do the houses? Can we blame this on Radzig? We're trading only with the Americans. That's bad. Fuck. That weapon one will be done soon. Alright. Two months and 8 days to get aid from the Americans. Come on, America! Books, 77. There we go. We're going to do 30,000 books. Or is that mad? 9,000 books, 30,000 books. Rapid democracy. How many do you want to do? Do you want to go Velki? You want to go Stredny? Velki or Stredny? Yeah, you can colonise new islands and escape the grasp of Presidente. Of course you can. Velki, all the books. We're not. We're with the Americans now. We don't really have a choice. It's ended up that way. Books. You weren't there to sleep. Sleep okay? Books. No, but big books, yeah? 30,000. This is a pipe dream. We'll do it. If it comes through, we get... No, it's too long. It's too long. Let's go with 9,000 books. Steel!
Bark at me, you dog!
Okay, they're going to be a while before trade routes save us. If I get 15,000 from somewhere, I'll do that steel route. This one helicopter's going to hold it all together. Right, okay, next up for demolition is the tree houses or the rest of MCAT's lush religious suburb. American financial aid, woohoo! Thank you! USA!
War. A special report from Canal Uno reveals the answer. El Presidente. We never doubted it.
Is that it? Is that it? Is it done? No, maybe not. Maybe not. 43,000 there. 50,000 there. Right, let's check if there's a glut. Yes.
The
All
palace
right.
has announced new seismic tests.
So now we're gonna do Teamsters.
Don't be alarmed, but do shelter under doorways.
Oh, there's an earthquake. Great, just what we need.
Do not worry, Presidente. These
No, we're not getting any earthquake defense. It's too expensive.
There's a new sport in the Tropican streets today called Rebellion. However, the palace warns that without a license to play, Rebellion is illegal.
Yeah, I am. I will raise their wage. They're already decently paid. And that's not good. And that's not good. The raids are not... Financial aid going in. American financial aid, thank you very much. Power shortage.
The tremors have ceased. If you're still shaking,
All right,
I recommend
65,000.
a neurologist as soon as possible.
Circus is on fire again. People are still going. Oh no, it's the cabaret on fire. Quick. Oh, right, hang on. Right, sorry, your propaganda is being taken over. I'm selling out the media.
Reports of downtown vandalism are greatly exaggerated.
That's gone. Public garden, sorry.
The architecture style is apolitical and proves nothing anyway, the palace says.
Let's fire some priests. And hire more teamsters.
May, just squeeze past, please.
Okay, more teamsters going in. Musical. They've got another theatre there. No, their pay's getting cut. Pay these guys more though. The B musical's too important to lose. Cut healthcare. Let that go through again. Hey, Maury Theory. Just here to watch train wreck this economy. Okay, it stopped. The money stopped flowing. This is on maximum difficulty, by the way. Just feel the need to get that out there in case anybody's updating Reddit. Okay, we can take the tree houses, but we're about done. Maybe not, maybe not. Just about alive. Why are expenses so high? Oh, it's the wages, right? We have to keep them up. Oh wait, actually, hang on. Do we? Cram's not here reporting to Reddit, is he? Again. No, I don't think it's savable. Okay. Alright. I don't think we can save it. So. Sorry gang. By all means you can try that, but it's on maximum difficulty. It's already, the economy is already completely derailed. So what I suggest we do is go back. Not to before the nuke, because that's already too far. We keep the same faction leaders and we go from there. So let me reload it for you. Petition for nothing but tree houses for housing. The accusations are real. Interesting. Can you watch it burn? Okay. Yeah, we haven't got such a long stream today though, so I do want to go back, but we will. Let's if you want to watch it burn, let's watch it burn.
People could be a spy. Be vigilant and report all strange activities, especially from family members.
Look, the advantage is we know what didn't work, right? There are some things we did we have to change when we go back. We had this problem exactly the first time, but we were operating a much more complicated game this time, so I don't think it's a big problem. I don't mind.
Vandalism competition ended in victory today for the Tropico.
Down at minus 80,000.
The local authorities by 2 whole walls.
Happy to be locked in Presidente's basement. He won't burn his house, right? I don't think I can. God, is this working? Well, people are leaving.
What a day.
Fuck me, you dog!
Man.
Please excuse me. Did I forget something?
I can't really. I think this is the agreed volume. Because some people find it too loud. Can you not just turn it up?
We are receiving news that surprisingly organized vandals have damaged civic buildings in Tropico. Do not be alarmed. This is categorically not a rebel attack.
Its interest is kicking our ass as well now. I just don't think once you get past a certain point, you can't really put it out. I can ring the shame bell, yeah. Alright, gang. Alright, let's I think this is it. Let's take it back. So much is arbitrary. Alright. So we're back here. I'm going to have a very short break and come back to you. The situation here is we've got money. This is not so hard to rescue. Now we know what's got to go. But we need to lose this immediately. Sorry, this is English-speaking cats. Hotel and Opera House Plaza. That's non-negotiable because this is not efficient at all. Basically because the military's not got enough of a grip over the island. So the tourists keep getting abducted. So we can't do this. This we can leave. They can go up. And then I'm happy to talk about it, alright? So we'll go and have a look again. We're back here. This is very expensive. What we should do though is destroy the schools. The reason we're destroying the schools is because we have a wonder that gives us free education. So this is another one that's non-negotiable. I'm sorry, you can get it back later, but we wasted a lot of money on that. It's really an aesthetic thing, so that's gone. And I'm using temporary powers to put this on control, selling your media out, but you can put it back, alright, with no... because we need more money. And then we really need to talk about power distribution and other things like I'd still like to fire all the can people. I'd still like to sort out the weapons industry. We need to get into better. We need to get into this stuff quicker. Let's not do jewelry until we finish these trade routes, though. That was one of our major mistakes. Let's get raiding going on. So we are in a situation where Valerie, or Betterkin, does not have the farms yet, or this extension. We kind of need those farms for the cocoa, though. This doesn't have the Honey World. B Musical is gone. B Musical was in the failed timeline. But we can bring it back. And maybe lose one of these. And do we have military police on? Yeah, so I think we should lose the cops. We've got military cops. We're not going to have no police, we're just going to have soldiers doing it. What could go wrong? And that one as well. You see, look, we're doubling up these things. This is where we've wasted loads of money. That's more cheese, that can go up. These can go up, and I think they can all get halved. Let's just do that now. Automated line. Acrylic dyes. And let's pay the farmers more. This maybe. Or do agricultural subsidies. That's also, I'd be up for that. And then I think when we get a bit of money, there you go, that's financial support. I want to gut this. I want to like change the housing setup to shanty towns like proactively. Alright, so we have a short break. And then we come back and we deal with the mess. Wait, we need this. Alright. 5 minutes. Okay, so we got 91,000 in the bank. Let me get a dice. What are the Koffler dice? So I'm happy to turn it over to you if you want. If you think you can do a better job, we can go straight to democracy now. Maybe I'll just cut a few more things. Just let me have a look around. They're already on slums. This needs to go right, yeah. And the weapons. There's a problem with the weapons industry. Basically, if you remember, the problem with the weapons industry is the nickel. The nickel's running out. At the moment, it's fine, but we need to change to cars. We need to get the rubber over here. And we need to get the that big farm in for better kit and support things. But I'm happy to pass it to you. So, the first vote, Hisa, if you're there, the first vote of today is, do you want democracy or dictatorship? Revenue is just below expenses. We have 151 unemployed people. It's going to take lurking, it's too long. I'll go back and I'll read loads of messages. If only other dictators asked. Do you want, look, if you want, I can continue the shock doctrine, right? Which will involve destroying that proactively. If we go to democracy, we're going straight to you guys. We're going to roll a dice and you can start spending this money. Right? If we keep dictatorship, then... You hate lurking so much. If we keep dictatorship, then I will just continue to destroy society to save money. But we're a bit earlier on, so it will probably work. Said every dictator everywhere. Ever. Destroying what? I'm going to be destroying your slum and creating a shantytown. I might destroy your houses. I might bring in agricultural subsidies. Maybe. That mansion's going to go anyway. Boom. Everything else is pretty reduced already. We just trimmed that. And we haven't got the jewellery in here, but we don't want that at the moment. I think we need cars. Wait, is there a radio here as well? That's on profit, okay. Whoa, dictatorship! Okay, alright, so I will give myself another 11 minutes of dictatorship, okay? I know, Jay, we were trying to do that. It wasn't about that long between the games. Well, 30 years. Alright, fine. So, I'm going to do this then. Wait, I'm going to let the money tick, actually, for a second.
Reports of downtown vandalism are greatly exaggerated.
Wait, we'll do this, though, for sure.
Is apolitical and proves nothing anyway, the palace says.
Actually, rather than building them, let's just abduct them from Bublina.
Busy.
And then we'll put that chapel in here and the pub. I hope that helps. I don't know how much damage we did to ourselves by creating Docky. I think Dock Island may have been a bit of a disaster. I'm taking more, yeah. Take another actor. That's way too nice. Destroy the public garden. Coconut corn. Fire 2 of those guys. Right, hang on. That's at 100,000 now. Little improvement. We need the gold. Oh, we're exporting coconuts. That's another bad one. No, I'm going to destroy that. Sorry. We're just going to do raw coconuts. Raw nut. And then I want more gold. And we've got excess power, I think. Yeah, here's another problem. We've got 279 power. So let's kick up gold production. Mines are on profit protocol. Gold mines, let's increase the pay. And I'm going to take the love it or leave it thing. Let's do that. Love it or leave it, and government have to vote with me. We might have to kill rebels with this, but we'll go with it. Alright, let's try and create those trade routes. Complete those trade routes, sorry. Right, we're going to want more steel, so let's move this. This is probably going to be the last little adjustment I will make.
What makes the Cold War so cold? The lack of love for El Presidente. Remember,
So true, so true. El Presidente needs more love. Right, we're replacing the slum with these shanties. Now, do we have a stock? We have a backload? Do we have a backlog or not? Alright, so next up is the farms. Geez, 2 on fire. This is what we did last time. This is exactly the same move. Banana. Now, as an alternative to as an alternative to tourism, there is a very lovely substance that has a very, very bad reputation, right? But I think that might be worth someone considering. This. I feel like that could make money. I don't know about the rest of you, but I feel like that might be worth coming back to. Hang on. Right, this is going to be a bit grim, but let's do it. Okay, I need to stop spending money. Okay, 3 more minutes, then we'll go to extra democracy. These shanty towns you can renovate, which will restore the housing quality, which deteriorates over time. Make the shanty town shiny. I can't hear it. I don't know why. It's not... Maybe I can't hear it over the music.
We are receiving news that surprisingly organized vandals have damaged civic buildings in Tropico. Do not be alarmed. This is categorically not a rebel attack.
I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to be looking at here. Glue? I'm trying to see what messages I've missed. Give me 1 minute, and then we're going to hand over to you guys anyway. There's a trade route. Right, steel's at 64%, but we haven't closed down weapons yet, so we're going to go with boats. Cigars is nearly finished. Okay, there's 126 unemployed people. I was thinking about building a giant crocodile farm. I was thinking about a crocodile farm in Bin Cat's territory. Like a giant crocodile farm. But is that a mad dream? Back to the crocodiles! I know, it's like... It seems to be unescapable. Alright, look. Before... I don't know if Depth is about, but before they notice, I'm just going to chuck a few crocodiles in this time. Look, it's great croc territory. And I'll put a shanty town in. And then they can expand the rest. Alright, so there we go. It's 1 o'clock. So it's to you guys. What have I missed? Sorry, I got confused because some of you were saying don't read the chat and some of you were saying do read the chat. If you do pre-KCD, you can try Isfan getting angry at Radzig and then... Can we get plantations to make coffee? Yes. We really want to can it though. Who's vague tweeting?
Remember, war is peace. Freedom is slavery.
Oh, okay, there were more before. Okay.
Pineapple juice. And
I know there was some US financial aid that came in.
Tune to Canal Uno. Can the dictatorship involve tree houses? Yeah. Okay, alright. Alright, let's take a very, very short break. And then when we come back, hang on, let's just, to give people a bit of time to think, let's determine the order of play for today. Right, so we'll just randomise it around the island. We'll start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, first up is going to be Bin Cat today, and then Better Kitten, and then M-Cat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Petro, English-speaking cat, then Terror Kitten. Alright, we'll take a small break and I'll get some info sent to me. Thank you very much. Alright, guys. Two minutes.
Hey guys, just to be clear, I do want to say thank you for the American aid that came from Barbarian. That was very, very friendly. We're always very responsive to American support. I don't know if anybody's read Confessions of an Economic Hitman, but it's a very, very good book about the practices of the CIA and US aid. Not only in South America and Central America, but also in Indonesia is discussed. Part of the world that I didn't know much about, what had happened there, and also about this kind of like colonization that happened through aid programs, through getting countries to pay for dams and this kind of thing. That's still happening today. That's lots of the superpowers are involved in that now, which is what happens in the modern era when you get all these powers and the EU gets involved. But thank you again. That's really much appreciated. And sorry if I missed any of your questions, but you did demand dictatorship, so I gave you a bit of dictatorship. Let's move on to USA. Can you send us an aircraft carrier? No, not like that. Is that the 6th carrier fleet, or are you just pleased to see me? Yeah. Well, look, I did highlight that there's quite a lot of oil on this island, so you know, maybe we don't want to plug in. Yeah, oil, you say? Well, the oil is right on where we said Kitten Beach would be. We can't turn this into a tourist paradise yet, so maybe we just like pump Kitten Beach dry before we. Do I have a favourite US military jet? I don't know, the stealth bomber, maybe the OG. That was super cool back then, and it got into Civ as well. There will be no elections today. We're going to do another round of voting because we're going back in time, right? And one of the reasons why we ended up in 2073 with no money was because of the decisions. What I've done is reverse some of the things. I've kind of solved some of the housing crisis that was appearing in Bublina's area with that massive shanty town. That'll hold it for a while. Eventually we're going to have to move from guns to cars. That's pretty much baked in. Long live Logan John Washington. Well, we're not pushing the voting back, we're sowing the seeds for revolution. No house, no problem. If one of you wants to say, demolish all my tree houses to save the economy, I'm not going to stop you, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so we are going to start with Detvi. Detvi, are you here? Yes, you are. Brilliant. Okay, so I've given you some free crocodiles. Let's dig in. We need money, right? I'm happy to restore the bee musical thing. You don't have to worry about that. That's now a Presidente project. It's going to be me and you, right? I play the bee queen, yes, but that's not the main part. The main part is it's the journey of a smaller bee on a world of discovery about colony collapse disorder, which is a environmental problem that affects corporate bees. So I'm going to be like the ultimate corporate bee in a corporate bee farm. And these bees in corporate bee farms has all kinds of strange effects. I don't know if any of you saw that. You're not touching my tree houses. I went to the top of some of these corporate towers in Prague because I was tower maxing for a week. You know, I was trying to get to higher and higher towers. It was peak of mania, of defenestration mania. But yeah, I ended up being on top of, I think it was, is it the Microsoft Tower? And some other ones, some of those other big towers, and they've got bees up there. They've got all the bees up there. Everyone's like wondering where the bees are down here. The bees have moved up. The bees are in like penthouse suites. Go and check out these top of these towers if you get in there. What in the hubris was that? I was just comparing like whether Isfahan would survive a fall from that. Bees are up there. Look, Bublina, it's in Prague. Investigate it. It's the like bee gardens. They claim to be environmental, but I think Microsoft's just stealing our bees. You want radio instead of theatre. Tower maxing, no musical for you. All right, give you a radio, but it's going to be doing adverts at the moment. But I'll shift it to once all the crocodile farms are in, you can shift it to environmental propaganda. Alright, how much is that going to be though before I spend it? 2,400. Alright, that's fine, I'll give you that. Right, what do you want to develop the thing? Because we need farmland. You've got a bit of farmland there. Right, this is going to have to be voted on in a package, no more freebies. You got a free radio station and free crockies. So, for farms, see, it's amazing farmland. Look at that. Dude, Devi. Look, it's the best farmland on the island. We need rubber. We need cotton. Coffee we can do. Tobacco would be great. Sugar would be great. Honey is fine, but we need to plant those trees, and I think that was an expensive cost last time. So it's farming really, because there's no tourism. I don't think... Let's check the bees again. Well, yeah, I can get like three bees in, maybe 4. Now we haven't got the forest school. Look. So bees we're gonna get, right? We'll vote on it though. We'll vote on it, gang. We're into democracy now, but I'm gonna highly recommend we vote for bees. But what crops do you want to grow? Tobacco, yeah. I reckon we can get 3 farms in without destroying your land. We can't grow weed, not Kira. It's illegal. The US will come in and it won't be so friendly next time. Cotton, yeah. Corn, sugar, cocoa, tobacco, bananas we don't need, pineapple, coffee, cotton, and rubber. If you don't want to destroy the trees, which I appreciate, we can get 3 farms in and a couple of bees, couple of hives. Tobacco, cotton, and a pick of your choice. I go with cocoa or sugar. No, sugar. No, cocoa. Cocoa. Alright, so we're going to do farms, bees. So plantation, bees. Is there anything else you want in there? More tree houses? There's going to be a lot of people coming. Maybe a bit of entertainment. This bar's going to be rammed. Tree houses. Tree houses, bees, and a plantation. Okay, we're going to call this the honey pot. Okay, so I want you to vote on the honey pot, Hisa. The honey pot is a support program which is going to support other industries in the island with more farming, as well as bringing more of our beloved bees to the island and tree houses. Honey pot. We're still in the Cold War era, yeah. Hisa, you ready? The honey pot vote. Honey pot or nothing. Cool, no worries. We should get to you. Money's alright. I'm going to let this tick through then while you're voting. 123,000. The cigars just went through, that's great. Hang on, I think the coconuts did as well. Chocolate, 20%. Steel, 63. No, it's going to be chocolate. Yeah, honey pot. Alright, I'll start laying that in. It doesn't look like it's going to turn. So we wanted cotton. Sugar. And cocoa, right? No. Tobacco, you said. Hang on, I got that wrong. I wanted cocoa. Oh. Keep them entertained.
A spate of vandalism has been denounced by the palace.
Okay, that's the terrorists.
Poor people simply don't understand the pressures of wealth, a spokesperson said.
And the honey, the other honey was going up here, I think. Yeah. And then let's chuck some more Teamsters in. Alright, we'll let that tick through. Alright, we'll move on now to Better Kitten. Valerie. You're cooking while following, make Italian sounds and I come running, enraged. Okay, what, you... Pasta! I don't know if she's joking, I don't know if... I don't want to die. You're here, okay, alright, so it's your go. Housing and faith. In your area, though, it is not housing. And the problem in your area would be faith, because you don't have a church. If you want to deal with that. More Italian sounds. No, that's later today. We've got Isvangelo Toth later, so... I'm not going to switch the privatisation of the media off until we've all played and we've got 200,000 in the bank.
An impromptu vandalism competition ended in victory.
And we need to get a grip on the rebels somehow.
Local authorities by 2 whole walls.
We need to put barracks in over here. This was a problem last time, so let's stop that now. Put a chapel in. We can vote on raising the tree houses across the island by 1 bit, yeah. Matthew is later today, yeah, sorry, I haven't managed to get to X yet, but it's all on the schedule on Twitch. Right, I'm going to shift to suppressing the neighbours. Yeah, I'll put it out. I'll put the treehouse out. There you go. Right, I wouldn't bother with a chapel, I'd go with a church. And you want to raise the happiness of the tree houses across the island, it's fine. And then anything else? Man, we can do more boatyards. We haven't done the boatyard maxing. No, I'm just gonna chuck them in for you anyway. Okay, so we're going to vote on church and tree houses across the island to improve the housing quality by 1. That means if you choose to build tree houses in your area, so we could end up tree housing the island here, then you would be capitalising on the tree house vote, if I understand it. So you're going to vote on tree house happiness. Spiritual treehouse happiness. Yes or no? And I'll chuck you in a few tree houses. How about that? You want treehouse sadness? No, that's Edith Finch. Spiritual treehouse happiness. Yes or no? Okay, money's flowing. Let's check the support. Praise, financial aid. Brilliant. Okay. Okay, we're digging ourselves out of the hole. Now we just need to make sure that we win the elections. Books, 69%, fantastic. 25,000 books. 20,000 cigars. No, let's go with books. Gold's gonna take ages. Atheist treehouse sadness. 34% approval I can work with. That's better than Starmar. Yes, alright. So tree houses are being raised by 1. You're getting extra tree houses here. And a church. But I'm going to wipe out the cathedral. That frees up space there as well. And I'll stick a pub in here. On the beach. Alright, great, thank you. Alright, let's move on. So, it's MCAT next. Bublina. Let's tweak this a little bit. That's a lot of sugar, so let's get that in. I'm just going to improve your industry a bit for free. That requires 50 megawatts of power. How much have we got excess? We've got 239 megawatts of power extra. So I'm going to do... There's not that much wool, actually. No, that's not such a good idea. Flash freezer for coffee. There's already so much canning going on. Give us something that will make us some cash. Yeah, I know, but look, guys, you can decide that. Do you want to go in the oil? Do you want to take the oil? Bublina? No one's in this realm. It's technically yours at the moment. We could put the oil rigs in. Rig it? You want to rig it up? Like, not mess with this, but rig up the oil, like, offshore? It's quite expensive, but I'm happy to do it. Put the rigs in and suck it dry. Alright. We can recover this island later. If you want the sweet dark nectar.
An official statement from the palace says there is nothing to be.
Let's have 2 votes on that. Let's have 2 votes on that.
Is perfectly normal.
And Bublina, as well as this, I'm gonna give you some more of this. So. Oh, they're not occupied. Sorry, Isa. Okay, so the first vote is on offshore oil, which is here. Right? Oh, there's nickel there as well. Actually, look at that. Look at that, Esther, if you're here. Or is it Monster? Are you the second? There's nickel there. That will keep the weapons industry going. We might want to look at that. Yeah. The weapons industry is doing great at the moment. Yeah, so Hisa, vote on offshore oil drilling. Are you there? Alright, well look, if Hisa's just away from the computer for a moment, just go with oil. This is the order of votes. Oil, offshore oil rig. And then drill, baby, drill. Ah, you're alive. Okay, cool. Alright, so we're going to start with the first... Sorry. We're going to start with offshore oil drip. Yeah, great. Yes, drill suck, yes. No, please save the island. Alright, I'm going to take this as an omnivote then, guys. This is for Total Oil. We're going with the oil. This is a vote for Total Oil. Yes, drill sock, yes. Total Oiltarian. We clean it up later. We clean it up later. Oh, you want to do oily balloons? We can do oily balloons. Alright. Suck it up. First, we'll come back to the nice island here. We'll just pop these oil rigs in. But this is extremely expensive. Okay, I'm going to come back to this. Does anyone know if the people live on the rigs? All right. Look, okay, I hear everybody. I share your anxieties. We just do this. And then I'm going to give a bigger slum to MCAT. Or I'm going to move the slum. Hang on, let's move it. Three churches, it's so decadent. Alright, but anyway, we're still good, we're still good. Everything's still going through, so we'll just speed that up. Okay, it's 12:34, let's move on. Petrocat. I'm worried, a little bit worried about winning the election. We do the tax cut.
The citizens are demanding. It seems that they want the choice in how they are ruled. So selfish.
All right, this is my test. Okay, Petro. We'll do you. No, because we went back in time, Hisa. We went back in time. But if we get through, then they can have the first, second votes. You did try and help, Valerie. You did try and help. All right, look, let me try and solve this. I'll try and do it without a tax cut. Housing's a problem. We're going to deal with that. We're going to praise the communists. We're not going to blame anyone. Or do we blame America? No, we don't blame America. And we're not going to promise anything.
Tropico, my beloved homeland, my adoring people. With sorrow I have watched you toil, but have faith in me. And
Pablo.
Presidente, and your troubles will soon be over.
Hey, Pablo.
What about me, you dog? I feel your pain
Oui.
when your walls
Oui.
shudder and your roofs leak. Those of you who have roofs.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna get to that straight after I stop losing the election.
Our efforts are aided by our community.
Okay, that's everybody who's coming. So let's
Each according to their
do
needs,
this.
From each according to their ability. Equality for all, especially those who are more equal than others. It is you,
Shiny new
my
tenements.
friends, who I thank for making me what I am today. I am proud to be your presidente. Viva Tropico!
Everyone loves a tenement. Okay, we'll increase soldiers' pay.
We are receiving news that surprisingly organized vandals...
Okay, we're up to 49-50%.
Do not be alarmed. This is categorically not a rebel attack.
I came to see you as soon as I found.
Okay, looks like I'm winning the election. We're good.
What do you think?
Let's, people who work for government will vote for me, right? Let's bring those soldiers back. Look up, no. 66 unemployed people. Alright, alright. Petrocat, I'm willing to listen. Go for it. UE. I don't want the jewelry in yet because we're still finishing this gold trade route. We need to get that done. This one we can cancel, is not a problem. In fact, let's cancel that now. Cigars, 69%. Cigars at 69%, everybody. So, you don't have any industries. You can get cars. That seems reasonable. Cars and jewelry you can have, but you can't have jewelry quite yet. $69 mentioned. Yeah, I can show you the happiness. And the other options for, yeah, jewelry we will get in a minute. Plastic. We can turn the oil into plastic in Petrocat's land as well. I don't mind doing that. While we're joining the dark side. But Bincat's going to hate that. What are the industrious actually like? They're like, it's like a Musk-esque faction, isn't it? The industrialists are happy. They are the happiest on the island at 68. There's not so many die-hard industrialists because you've got no propaganda. Oh, no, the militarists are happier. In fact, everyone's pretty happy at the moment. Bin Cat's the most unhappy. Capitalist is the smallest faction, yeah. They are getting shafted, I'm sorry. Okay, you want a car factory. Alright. So I'm going to give you a car factory and everything that goes with it. So that's going to be turning this into a bit of a factory town. Prison town. Okay, so... Yeah, and second vote for propaganda. Alright. Well, look, I might be willing to give you all... The people who... How about this as a compromise, rather than having the 3 extra votes because we don't have time. I'll give everybody on that list a free propaganda building, but it's set to adverts for the moment. So he's still going to vote on the car factory then. Yeah, you can work with that? Alright. There's no balloon factory on the island. We can make a balloon factory. We do have the money for it as long as it's set to adverts now, yeah. We can even get TV. But I think you need electricity, electrified houses to watch it. We do not have electricity in the houses. Cars. Here in my car. Okay, alright. Next up is English-speaking cat. Just keep my eye on the election there. Here's the realm English-speaking cat. Here's your stats. give me some more entertainment in your shanty town. The McDonald's is rammed. I might build you another McDonald's. Yeah.
Get ready to
Whoa, 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 whoa.
as Tropico welcomes Earthquake Opera.
Fuck.
There's a whole lot of shaking going on this weekend.
Do not worry, Presidente. These tremors surely do.
Okay, what measures are we going for?
Unless you say.
There's a McDonald's and no one told you. Alright, full, half, or knits. You were thinking malls. It's not going to work. I don't think we can build them yet anyway. Jiggle physics for the strip club. No, I'll give you a McDonald's. I'll give you a McDonald's. That's not your thing. I'll give it you. You take it, alright. My dream car, Jaguar XK. We've got it. We've got love it or leave it. We've got love it or leave it. Don't worry. We are going to begin depopulating. All right. No one's voting on this. I'm just going to go with half. Sorry, I'm just whacking more mines in for you. We need it.
Bark at me, you dog!
With the roof or not? Yeah, with the roof. I mean, if you go to the shops.
I'm sure the good citizens of Tropico intend to vote for you, Presidente.
The election's good, right? Where's my stats?
There's a new sport.
Yeah,
Tremors
should be
have
fine.
ceased. If you're still shaking, we recommend calling your neurologist as soon as...
Okay, alright. Well, they need stuff. What do they need? Cocoa.
That was a close one, Presidente. Apparently, some citizens need to be reminded just how much they love you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly, Jaguar.
The chef has been swept up in the worldwide
Jaguar.
cuisine
Jaguar.
craze, Presidente.
I am Jaguar. Michael Carr would be a Jaguar XK, yeah. Yeah, it's a nice day out there. Yeah. I'm on my second cup of tea, as you may imagine, but I won't. This will be my limit. Right, Prickly Triangle, what do you want? You're getting a McDonald's free. Two cups of tea and a Red Bull. This is good, this is all good. let's cut the workforce down here. Boom. Yeah, people coming there. You can still get here, right? I think maybe a different form of entertainment in that location could be quite useful. Maybe a movie theater, a casino, maybe. Golf course. Cinema. The movie theater is more reasonable now because you can trade it to someone for later and you can put something posher there when we get a bit more money.
Back at me, you dog!
I don't know if I know that car. I do like Corvettes though, yeah, a lot. So movie theater then? Oh, check it out. Yeah, I can chuck some houses in. Alright, houses and a cinema. Thank you, Jade. Houses and a cinema, yeah? It only plays the B movie. Yeah, okay. B movie's coming to English speaking cat. Alright, money's looking good.
Do any of these offers look good to you? They're all strictly legitimate.
I can spend that money how I want. Yeah, it needs to be a poll. Yeah. So it's B movie. It's a poll. We're doing, yeah, B movie is the poll.
Flying cars have arrived in Tropico. Current flight times are less than a second.
Poll it, and then we've got one last vote to do with Terra Kitten. Yeah, people are in there. There's like 10 Kiras in there. Yeah. I'll put you some houses in. Yeah, it's totally worth it. Nice. Okay. All right. So the movie theater, and you said apartments. Okay, let's do the last one then, which is Terra Kitten. I've kind of shifted around the coal mines, the weapons industry. If you want to be proactive, if it's Monster, if Esther isn't here today, then I would look at that nickel. But is it iron we're running out of? Ah, fuck. We're just going to have to import iron.
Announced by the palace as sour grapes. Or people simply don't.
I say we just start importing iron.
Person said.
We're already at the end of the stream. Yeah. Things will be much more crystal when I complete my move. So there's definitely going to be more games in the early evening. There'll be more evening games, I believe, like kind of later evening games if you want. We're going to try and keep a few brunch slots. Dadzig wants a Crusader Kings 3 dedicated brunch slot. So he'll be joining me, I think, every week for Crusader Kings 3. Hang on, let's just pause it. Yeah, and when we find it, hopefully Thursday. So it'll be a Dadzig double bill. Maybe earlier in the week as well. And then, yeah, hopefully, and then it'll be easier for our friends around the world if we put it in the kind of evening as well. Yeah, after we finish Nicopolis Untold, we'll do Skalitz Untold. And there'll be a lot of Ziggling. No, I don't know if we should move on to the modern era quite yet. I think we do it next game. I want $1 million in the bank, ideally. That totally derailed the moment we hit the modern era. Without a big cushion, we're going to struggle again. But I think this is good. This looks pretty stable-ish now. Let's put all the crops on multiculture. And these guys on pasture. Right, okay, look. Can we just get Terra Kitten, do you have anything that you want to do now? Mine the nickel. Yeah, alright. Yeah, okay. So, nickel mines. Nickel it up, that's the last vote. We haven't got... Yeah, I know, Valerie, but we haven't even got basic stuff. We haven't even got the spy agency to do the heist. Nickel Menage. Get nickel back. I'm going to import a bit of iron, I reckon. Just a cheeky bit of iron. Yeah, look, minus 16. Let's get that 6,900 iron.
A listener wrote in asking, how do I know if my neighbor is a spy? The palace responds, take no chances. Spy on everyone.
The first hour of dictatorship was just showing how the economy was going to crash after we jump-started it, Valerie. Don't judge me.
Business news.
Well, of course you're going to do that. All right, 217.
Realized that canned food was just as good, as long as you don't care about the taste.
We are nickeling it up. All right, that's the final vote. Let me plug that in, and I'll let you go because I don't want to take any more of your time. Cheeky little nickel mine. There's definitely room for a bunch of fine tuning of this. But that will clock in next time, like a lot of these constructions. This needs to all be improved to welding plants and heavy-duty cranes. Alright gang, so we'll leave it here and I'll be back at, is it 3:30 I think today? For Isvangelo Toth. Hopefully that'll be fun. That was pretty shambolic last time, although I really enjoyed it. And I was certainly learned or schooled rather on explodable objects in fights, so I'm looking forward to getting back to that. That was good. So I'll nip out and do what I've got to do and change costume, and then we'll be back later. But as I said, things will change. I've just got to get all my connections set up and all of that kind of thing rigged up. So it's still going to take another week or so. So expect these hours for next week. But also shout out to Miss Rule on Saturday. It's not going to be on this stream. I'm just advertising it on the Twitch schedule. It will be on Michael's stream again. We've got a slightly more complex rig that we're setting up. The game will be longer this time. As we improve, more things will come in, as you know. So bear with us, Miss Rule. It's a newer project for us in terms of on stream. And then those games will get a bit more regular as well, I hope. So, thank you, and see you later.